Okay, this is where we combine kind of what we did in part 1 and part 2. We are going to solve equations by completing the square. So you can look at these steps, you can read through them here, but we're going to get right at it. Here's what you got to do. You got to get the x squared and the regular x's, the a and the b, on the same side of the equal sign. So we're actually going to move this negative 6x to the other side. Now, if you are going to move it, you have to do the opposite action there. So to cancel out negative 6x from this side, we would have to add 6x. But we would have to do that to the other side as well. Let's see if we can get that out of the way. There we go. So we'll have x squared plus 6x. I'm going to leave a little space, equals 27. So I'm leaving that space so that we can complete the square. So remember, to complete that square, we'd have to divide the middle term by 2 and then square it. So what is 3 squared? 9. So we are going to add 9 to the left side of the equation. That's a 6, Mr. Plant, not a 9.
Mm-hmm.
If we just add 9 to the left side of the equation, to keep it balanced, we'd also have to add 9 to the right side of the equation. You got to keep those equations balanced. So the left side would factor, remember, we get this number right here, so it would be x plus 3 squared, right? That would, if you factored that out, you FOILed it out, you would get this x squared plus 6x plus 9. The right side of the equation, 27 plus 9 is 36. How do we undo that square? We square root both sides. So we'll have x plus 3 equals 6, or don't forget, x plus 3 could also equal negative 6, because negative 6 squared is 36. We subtract our 3 from both sides, and we get x equals positive 3, or x equals negative 9. If you substitute in either of those values into the original equation, they do work out. So b, we got to have it just x squared. We can't have that 2 there. So what we can do is we can just divide everything by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. So now we have x squared plus 4x equals 6. Again, we're going to leave a little space there. So we cut this middle term in half, the b. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then we have to square it. 2 squared is 4. So we are going to add 4 to both sides of this equation. Now we've got ourselves a perfect square trinomial. So the left side would factor as x plus 2 squared. On the right, we've got 6 plus 4 is 10. Now sometimes they'll have you round to decimals and stuff. We're going to keep it in simplest radical form. So we are going to square root both sides. We'll have x plus 2 equals something, and x plus 2 equals negative something. Now 10 doesn't have any perfect squares in it except for 1. So we're just going to leave it as root 10, radical 10. Cool. Now what do we do to both sides? We subtract the 2. And remember, we're going to put our radicals at the back end. So we'll actually have it as negative 2 plus root 10, or x equals negative 2 minus root 10. It gets a little wild, it gets a little crazy. But you all are very smart and hardworking, so I believe in you. Now, I want you to try out, pause it here and try these out. I might have enough time to get it on this video. You know what? I'll just do it on the next one. But try these 2 problems out.